Hey guys, it's Trisha. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the new Action Contour Palette. And the really exciting thing about this is only €2. So I'm really curious to see if it's any good. If it is, then that's really impressive because it's only €2. So if you're curious about what I think about this palette, then keep on watching. So this is what the palette looks like. As you can see on the top row, we have 4 blushes, and on this row we have 2 face powders, and these 2 are also contour powders, I believe. This one more for fair skin and this one for a darker skin tone. If we look at the back of the packaging, we have a little bit of information and also the names of the colors right here. Let's see, they have only number names and then they have a description of what the color is. So going from left to right, we have the pink blush, a peach blush, they call this one rose, and then a coral one. And then for this bottom row, we have warm ivory. I think this is more of a face setting powder for fair skin. We have banana yellow, so this is going to be good for brightening under the eyes and anywhere you put concealer. For this one, we have sandy beige. I think this one will be a contour color for my skin tone. And then as the last one, we have chocolate brown. I think this one will be too dark for me, so probably I won't be testing that one out today. I think in general, the pigmentation looks quite good, so I'm excited to see how this looks on the face. So overall, I actually quite like the packaging. I think it's nice that they have the name right on the front, Shape and Blush. You can see all of the colors directly. It's made of plastic, but I mean for €2, yeah, what can you expect? So I think actually for €2, the packaging is quite nice. So this is what it looks like when you open up the palette. I'm just going to swatch a few colors with my fingers, see how it feels. So to the touch, they feel actually quite creamy, but a few of them you can feel little bits and parts in the powder, like it's not really finely milled. They're little small kind of more harder pieces that I'm feeling when I actually swatch it, so I'm curious how that will translate to the face. Hopefully you don't see like really bits of powder on there. Okay, so let's get to trying it out. As you can see, I'm only wearing foundation and concealer. I don't have any other powder products on my face yet. So now I'm going to take my contour brush that I usually use, just go into this color right here. Oh, a lot of powder comes off. I'm just going to tap that off. Okay, I'm going to start on this side of my face. I'm going to put a line here to start to contour. Okay, it's really pigmented, so you have to be really careful when you first put it on. Okay, I'm having a little bit of trouble blending it on this underside. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's just a little bit patchy in this area. I'm just going to go over it a little bit more, see if we can fix that up a little bit. It's blending out pretty well, just having some issues in this area right here, but I think we're gonna try to clean that up with the face colored powder. So let me do the other side. I'm gonna take a little bit less this time because it really came off quite strong. That's how it looks on this side. The color is actually quite nice. It's not too orange and it's not too gray. So for my skin tone, I think this is actually a really good match for a contour color. Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of my face, like hitting the temples, a little bit on the sides of the nose, and under the chin as well to finish up contouring. Just taking a very little bit and going in on the forehead. Okay, now let's try out a different powder. I think I'm going to go for this banana yellow powder. I'm going to set my under eye concealer with that. So let's see if it gives us a brightening effect. Also a lot comes off on this one, so just need to be a little bit careful. So I'm going to start setting under my eyes. Don't know if you can tell on camera, but that did actually a really good job of brightening up this eye compared to this eye. This one looks just a little bit more refreshed. Up close, it's not seeming to sink into any fine lines. Yeah, I think it did a good job. I'm going to try to clean up the contour on this side of my face because I'm not happy with how it blended entirely. I'm going to go back in with this same brush that I used for the banana powder, and I'm going to go into the neutral tone, take that, and I'm going to sculpt out under the contour. Just going with a straight line. Yeah, that did a good job of helping me clean up the contour. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of the blushes. I think I'm going to mix these first two together, so the pink one and the peach one. Okay, just gonna dip my brush in once. Oh, so much comes off. You have to be really, really, really careful with this. So actually I'm just gonna go with that one because I don't want to immediately have super pink cheeks. So let's start with this color and then maybe I can add some more later. Start with this side. Okay, that gave a nice hint of color. I'm gonna do that on the other side as well, and then we'll add the coral one on top. Now adding this one, touching it very lightly. You still get a lot of powder. What I'm gonna do is first get this on my hand a little bit to make sure that I get off a little bit of the excess. Then I'll go in on the cheek. Okay, that blended out pretty nice, but I think the color is a little bit strong, so I'm just going to go back in with the sponge I used for my foundation and just go over it a little bit to soften it up. Okay, I'm going to go finish up my makeup and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back now to give you my final thoughts on this Action Contour palette. So I'm a little bit torn with this one because, of course, it's only €2, so it's really, really cheap, so you really can't expect that it's going to be insanely good for the price that will compete with even other drugstore brands, I think. But I have to say, I was not loving every single powder that I tried. So, for example, the contour powder you saw on me didn't really blend very well. It was quite patchy, so you really have to work hard to blend it out, and a lot of powder comes up. Even with one really small touch of the powder, if you try to only get the tiniest bit, you still get a ton of product. I think you need to be really careful with how much product you take, and you need to work a little bit harder maybe than with another powder that you have to make it work. But in the end, as you can see, it still looks quite blended. The contour looks good, the blush looks good. So you just have to keep that in mind. It's only €2, but at the same time, you're going to have to work to blend it out. So that was my thought on both the contour color and on the blush ones that I did. I have to say though, I really liked this banana powder. I think it did a really good job of brightening under the eyes, and it looks quite smooth, I think. So I was really, really happy with this one, and this one also did a really good job of cleaning up the contour since I couldn't blend it out so well. So overall, I would say it is a good palette. You need to keep in mind that you're going to have to work a little bit to make the contour and the blush colors work and not make it too harsh. So just keep that in mind. You need to go in with your brush a little bit longer just to make sure it's really blended out. But for these two, I think they were really working well, actually. So out of 5 stars, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5, simply because I'm looking at the ease of working with it. Do the powders actually work? And for me, only 2 out of the 5 I tried were really right away working well. For the rest, you have to work it quite a bit before you're happy with the result. But on the other hand, for €2, you really can't go wrong with buying this palette. There's definitely going to be something in here that will work for you as long as you are willing to put in a little bit of extra time to blend it. Thanks for watching this review. I hope it was helpful for you. If you liked it, then don't forget to subscribe down below or hit the like button. It would really help me out. and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!